Germany has been one of the most successful countries in terms of producing quality automobile products. Some of the biggest brands of automobile sectors come from the land of Germany, such as BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, and Maserati, etc. Germany is located in the heart of the old continent of Europe, and it is one of the most visited countries of Europe. It is made up of 16 states, and is also known for being the largest economy in Europe, also one of the biggest in the world. It has a very interesting and rich history associated with it. Yes, Germany quite got famous because of Hitler, its delicious beer and Berlin Wall, but it is much more than this. Germany may not be one of the most powerful countries economically and politically, but the people that live there have a rich culture, with almost everyone respecting the traditions and history. Foreign relations. The German foreign policies are made with three main goals: to keep preserving the peace it has with other countries, to keep defending the freedom of the country, and to restore Germany unity through peaceful means. They are made in the manner that none coincides with the other to cause instability. The policies made by the German government are working well because they don't seem to have very sour relationships with any country in the world at the moment, and likely they won't have any issues for a good period with anyone. Is socialism rising? One of the biggest questions today about Germany is that whether socialism is rising again. When the young 29-year-old Kevin Kühnert, leader of the Young Socialists, took the stage in his undertucked shirt and modern sneakers, eyes of thousands of young people of Germany were at him. He compared the current situation of Germany with that of 50 years ago. He said that in 1969, when there was civil unrest in the country, his predecessors transformed the youth organization that existed inside in the center-left Social Democrats, or SPD, to a powerful and unapologetic socialist force that shaped the ruling party's agenda for the next decade. Even though the exact circumstances may be a little different right now, but he believes that the path ahead is much the same. He said, "People likes to accuse us of unrealistic, fantastic views. They say that our heads are in clouds. They say we are radical." Taking a loud stance for his next words, he almost screamed, "The circumstances in which we are living in are radical." And he received a big round of applause from the young crowd that was there to watch him. Scenes like these can make one wonder whether socialism is on the rise in Germany. The young crowd is especially excited about socialism. Many of them have taken to the streets and protested against climate change, the unaffordable real estate, and the far right. Well, only time will tell, or this excitement about socialism will finally land in the country. Role of immigration. Recently, during the day of the 70th year of the passing of the German Constitution, a conference was held and the German Chancellor Angela Merkel addressed the people of her nation. She said that the economic and social viability of Germany depends on the country's attempts for managing such problems. She reminded her people that almost a quarter of their population has an immigrant background. She said that one of the most important features of the German Constitution is to promote the diversity and integration, and at the same time, ensuring that these processes are in the scope of core German values. Merkel highlighted that they have learned it in a very painful method, that how their country is being influenced by immigration, and just how important it is for them to keep on the growing scale only. So it can be easily assumed that Germany is going to keep luring people into its land in order to maintain the immigration ratio. And it is very likely that obtaining a German visa for an immigrant will be much easier than that for any other country. Climate change issue. Everyone around the globe knows how big an issue climate change is. people of Germany are aware as well. And now, after waiting for their government to make policies which are eco-friendly, they have decided that they can't take it anymore. There have been huge protests by the people of Germany against their government for not taking any action against climate change. Germany once used to be the frontrunner in taking action for climate change and was also a champion of an energy transformation project which aimed at turning its power sources from fossil fuels to something better. But Germany has substantially scaled back its ambitions to do so. The German government once promised that by 2020, they will reduce emissions by 40% to that of 1990. But that isn't likely happening. But a heavy protest by the people made the German government nervous. It resulted in Chancellor Merkel's government announcing that it will direct a total of $60 billion for climate change policies and put Germany back on the track for reducing the greenhouse effect by the year 2030. The terms of the bill are that it will reduce the carbon emissions by almost 55% in total by the targeted year. And even though the bill laid out should have been appreciated by the people of Germany, it had an opposite effect on most of them. It is safe to say that there was a bat of mixed emotions for the bill. The opposition party condemned the bill, saying that it lacks any actual ambition for meeting the goal and is just a safe play by the Merkel's government. Whether or not the bill will have any actual effect, one thing is for sure, that Germany is going to keep fighting to keep itself afloat in the international arena. It has suffered a great deal of loss in the world wars, and yet it has not crumbled totally on its feet. Germany has a solid sports background too, and its automobile sector is always going strong too. That said, only time will tell what is in store for Germany.